we thought we were done. But that's when we were hit with our next question. Now, it came to a bit of a surprise since the whole time we had been working to a flat spine, as that's the sample I had in hand from the Canton Fair. The factory asked us, do we want a rounded or a flat spine? And I wasn't aware that the template they had provided to us was on a rounded spine, and that's what they specialize in. They had never really attempted a flat spine. So we were left with a choice. Pushing for a flat spine would have meant going back a few steps, reworking the art, and then redoing the 3D model, which would have meant extra cost. But my hesitation with the rounded spine is that everything I had seen from the supplier with the rounded spine looked cheap and really low quality. So I was catastrophizing. We decided to push ahead and actually make a decision based on having the physical products in our hands. Then, if they weren't up to scratch, we would then go back. With this supplier, we actually ordered 2 samples, because the extra cost of another sample wasn't that much more, but it allowed us to test some other factors about it. We actually used a welded spine and a ring spine so we could see both options. So for only a tiny bit more money, we actually get a lot more questions answered. And during that time, we're defining the score sheet for which they're going to be judged. We actually use ChatGPT for the structure, but then we also merge it with our own industry experience, having used the products myself for many, many years. And I know what's important to the end user. This stage is made a lot easier when you supply the spec sheet to the factory before production, because then you can just use that to cross off as a checklist and make sure they've met those requirements. It also stops you moving the goalposts later on. About 10 days after giving them the go-ahead, we received the videos of our samples when they were ready. Now, this is a necessary stage for us. We always insist on receiving videos and pictures of the samples before we provide the supplier with the shipping address. This allows us to catch any obvious issues early and get them to correct it before shipping, which ultimately saves us time and money, because we've had it wrong before where they've shipped it without sending us a video and it's arrived and there's definitely things they could have done which we could have caught before they shipped it. So we've given the okay for the samples to be shipped to our freight forwarder in China, and then they'll be sent to us in this next week.